What's up, everyone? It's Michelle Alexandria coming at you with yet another video. Today I want to take a look at the myth that OLED TVs are too dark for that the HDR gaming on OLED TVs is a terrible experience because everyone says that HDR is too dark. So I'm going to play a little bit of Uncharted here, and I'll put in a couple of more games just so you can get an example of it. So I will say in HDR game mode, everything's is a bit dim in some spots, but for the most part, it is perfectly playable to me. Right now, I have this on vivid mode it's in HDR. And it's actually in vivid mode, so if you can see here. And again, I'm not a real gamer. There are just certain game franchises that I really like and I play. Like Batman Arkham, I've beaten every Batman Arkham game. I've beaten every Call of Duty game. And those are the only two franchises that I've ever played all the way through. My secret shame is I'm not a huge fan of Uncharted, even though I buy every single game for some reason. But Uncharted 2 was amazing. I actually played that all the way through and beat it, but I never finished Uncharted 1 or Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 4. It's a beautiful looking game, but quite frankly, puzzle games kind of piss me off because it always reaches a point in the game where I can't figure out how to solve this stupid puzzle and I get frustrated and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just play Call of Duty. so yeah, right now we're in HDR mode on this TV, and I'm also testing to see if that streak that's been in the last couple of videos were on this panel and not due to backlight issues. So it actually was on the panel. So the streaks that you saw over here in the corner, and I'm over here in the corner, and then there was one going right up here, was on the panel. So I actually ordered a TV cleaning kit. So I cleaned it. So I'm curious to see if it actually shows up on this video. Regardless, I actually went to Best Buy yesterday and I got a replacement B7. So a replacement B7 is on its way and I will have that on Saturday. But in the meantime, let's play a few minutes of this game and then I'll show you some other games. So I'm just going to be quiet and try to show you some stuff. And it's sad, but I don't even know where all the options are for this game. But again, and I'll also show you different variations. So this is HDMI. This is HDMI Vivid, and you can see this actually looks pretty darn good. I mean, it really does. Yeah. Once you go OLED, it really is hard to go back. Here's the standard Cinema Home, and again, I told you I'm not a huge fan of Cinema Home, but I actually calibrated Cinema Home on Dolby Vision, and it actually looks really darn good now. But I'm not a huge fan of Cinema Home or the calibrated modes, just simply because I think it makes everything look way too dark and too dim. So that's Cinema Home. This is Cinema, but it is colorful. It is very colorful. So this is game mode, and I don't know. I mean, you're looking at this on my camera, but in person, I don't know. But I'm gonna hit the play button anyway. So let me go up here, turn that off, hit the play button. But you see that looks perfectly bright. And again, HDR mode. And sorry, it's connecting, doing whatever it is it does. And I'm amazed at the amount of support I'm getting for these videos and how well they're doing on YouTube. I may never do another interview, but I have to because I have to post up my interview with the guy from Krypton who played Adam. And I just found out that all my files were lost every single photo and image I was lost in the car crash. So I'm so kind of pissed. Like 10 years worth of photos and work completely gone. So I'm going to take my hard drive into a data recovery place and hope they can recover it, but it's pretty much all gone. And I'm so pissed. Well, I'm not pissed. I'm just kind of like, of course that's going to happen. Just of course. So I'm kind of depressed about that right now. So if I'm not going to have the energy level today because I just realized what happened. Because basically what happened was my hard drives were in my car with me, and at first I actually thought that my hard drive survived. All my hard drives survived, but one of them got crushed, and then the other hard drives looked like they were perfectly intact. But then 2 weeks ago, when I finally decided to set up my computers, because remember I haven't done any videos in 2 months just because I haven't felt like dealing with this garbage. So I set up my computers, and basically what happened was my massive 16 terabyte hard drive that had all my backup files on it ended up getting having RAID configuration error messages. So I went out and I had like this 6 terabyte hard drive that I normally use with my PlayStation 4 Pro, and I basically put all my files onto that drive, and then so everything was backed up and copacetic, and then I bought a brand new 16 terabyte hard drive, and I moved a bunch of files over, but like a dummy, I went ahead and hooked my old PlayStation 4 Pro hard drive back up to the PlayStation 4 Pro when I bought a brand new one last week, and I overwrote it, and now everything's gone. Like, I literally had 800 gigabytes of video and images in my stupid iTunes. I gotta get away from Macs. Macs are driving me fucking crazy these days. But my iTunes library was like 800 terabytes or 800 gigabytes, and I couldn't keep that on my Mac, and I had the backup one. So I was running it off my 16 terabyte hard drive, and I put that over onto my portable drive, and then I accidentally hooked my portable drive up because I thought I copied all that stuff over to my janky 16 terabyte hard drive that I was using until I was able to buy a brand new 16 terabyte drive to replace it. But now everything's just effed. Everything's completely effed. And so I'm going to take it into a data recovery place, but I'm pretty sure they can't recover this data because, again, the hard drive was formatted for the PlayStation 4 Pro again. So I don't know what to do. If anyone has any advice for me, leave it in the comment section. This is one of the only times I'm ever asking for comments or advice. So if you guys know how I can recover my files, please let me know. So anyway, on to this video. So you can see this is the HDR game mode, and this kind of looks a little drabby to me. So I'm going to go up here, and then I'm going to show you some other modes. This is Technicolor Expert. Wow, Technicolor Expert looks great. And again, I haven't played this game in a year, and I don't even know where I am in this game. So I haven't played this game in a year, and I haven't invested too much time in it. But actually, I don't even know where I am, what I'm doing. So let's go up here, climb up here, and again, this is just to show you what HDR games look like on the B7 and OLED TVs. And remember, when I say OLED TVs, what you have to remember is with LG, all their panels are exactly the same in terms of the color and features and everything else. The only thing they're charging you extra for is a black bezel versus a silver bezel, or or having built-in speakers or TV speakers. That's it. And for those minor differences, the weasels are charging over. They charge $1,000, $2,000 premiums for that, which is ridiculous because the panel technology itself, it's the same for all their TVs. So this is Technicolor Expert mode looks great, and as you can see, switching between. I don't notice any difference in. Oh well, I don't know if I notice any difference between HDR game mode and the other modes. Okay, well that is a little more sluggish, I guess, but not by much. So here's Vivid. HDR Vivid is the mode you want to play in. So take a look at this. This is beautiful. So this is HDR Vivid. In HDR Vivid mode, it's actually perfectly bright. So check it out. And I'm going to try to do this in about 10 or 15 minutes because all my videos have been pretty long because I've been rambling. So yeah, that's that. And then again, standard. This is what it looks like in standard mode. And I wanted to find like a really bright place. Cinema Home. Game, User, and Vivid. So as you can see, beautiful. So I'm going to now switch over to Horizon Zero Dawn. And again, Horizon Zero Dawn is another game. I'm a sham gamer because, like I said, I'm a casual gamer. I get like the big games with every intention of playing it, but then life gets in the way, and I end up, or I just get bored. Like Uncharted, I do love like Uncharted. I love the concept of it, and like I said, but the only Uncharted game I ever played all the way through was Uncharted 2, which was amazing. That was kind of a slow burn game. But the problem is, I hate puzzles. I loathe puzzles. And I wish there was a way that they had a mode that would allow me to bypass puzzles or easily guess what the puzzle is. But my brain just doesn't work with puzzles. I'm just kind of like, what the hell? I don't understand this puzzle at all. Give me some freaking clue. So anyway, this is Uncharted, and give me in 4 seconds, I'm going to switch over to Horizon Zero Dawn. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so I couldn't do Horizon Zero Dawn because I didn't have the game downloaded. Sorry about that. So I'm going to give you The Last of Us. And man, this PlayStation sounds like a jet engine. Let me see. Can you guys hear this? Of course, it quiets down when I turn on the microphone. But a few minutes ago, this thing was sounding like a jet engine, which is, I don't know. I hate the PlayStation hardware is just garbage. It really is. But the games look beautiful. The games still look beautiful. So anyway, this is The Last of Us. And again, this is another one of those games that I've never actually played. And my backlog is ridiculously big and kind of ridiculously shameful. So anyway, let's take a look. So again, this is HDR game mode. If I turn on the volume, would I get a copyright strike? Well, why risk it? Look at that. That is wow. Just wow, man. That's beautiful. Just where the lights are hitting the perfect black background. Wow. So I don't know what it's doing. How do I get into the game? Am I going to end up playing the game? Oops. What's it doing? Play the game. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. I'm having a minute, people. I'm having a moment. Did the game crash? Oh. So look at this. This is really nice. I don't know how to get out of this house. So I just want to show you the colors, the way everything works here. So again, to prove to you, HDR Vivid. See how the shadows are really nice here? I'm not sure if this is really coming through on this camera, but see how the lights and shadow detail are coming through here. HDR Vivid in the room. And you see the stars on the ceiling. I didn't expect that because, again, I've never played this game before. And then you have all of this stuff. And then you have standard mode again. Cinema Home. You see, Cinema Home just makes everything a little bit darker and a little bit drabbier. I'm not a fan, and as I keep telling you all, I'm not a fan of Cinema Home. And then you have Cinema Mode. Cinema Mode actually isn't too bad. And then this is Game Mode. So yeah, right here with Last of Us. Wow. Look how dark that got. Wow, that got really dark in Game Mode. So my recommendation is just don't use Game Mode. HDR Game Mode. I don't. You're not going to notice much difference in terms of input lag between Cinema and Game Mode. So this is a little laggy. It is a little laggier. I won't tell you it's not. But a game like this, do you really need a lot of lag? And this is me just kind of shamelessly justifying. But you see, I don't notice much difference. I mean, I do notice it more with Cinema Home, but here it's kind of like, it isn't like this mode is all that spiffy with this game. In other games, everything isn't as laggy. So I think this is a case of the game, because her character is just moving sluggishly. So let's go here. So standard mode or Vivid is what you want to play this as. So I think people have a right to complain about Cinema, about HDR Game Mode being dark on this one particular game. So here, let's. But see, look.
Phone's dead.
So here, let's go. So when she zooms in on things, it looks pretty nice.
Oh, dang it. I forgot to give this to him.
Dude, you see, I find this game kind of boring. The first few minutes of this game never holds my attention, which is probably why I've never actually played it all the way through, and why I have concerns about playing Death Stranding, because I've never made it past the opening scenes of this, Heavy Rain, or anything else, because I find this kind of stuff exceedingly obnoxious. Just going through houses, trying to get out of the house. I'm like, I just want to start shooting stuff. I don't want to be searching around for stuff. So this is Last of Us, and then the last game I'm going to show you is I'll show you one more game. I'll show you Battlefield 1. I think that's an HDR. So I'm going to pause this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, this is nice. Again, HDR, Battlefield 1. Standard. Cinema home. Cinema. Game mode. And then here's Vivid. See how much different Vivid is? Wow. So there you go.
So many of us thinking this world would be our rite of passage, our great adventure. Let me tell you, it was no adventure.
So yeah, I would say the myth that OLED TVs are a little too dark for in HDR game mode myth is partially true. In some ways, it is a little too dark, but you can always calibrate your game mode. You don't have to use the standard settings. And you just use HDR Vivid if HDR game mode is too dark. So I don't know why people are complaining about that. But yeah, just switch to HDR Vivid and you're good to go. So again, sorry about my energy level for this video, but I just wanted to do a quick down and dirty for you guys and show it to you. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and if you have any ideas on how I can recover my data, it would be much appreciated because yeah, I lost like 15 years worth of work. So I'm not a happy camper. I'm a little pissed off. Luckily, a lot of that stuff wasn't evergreen, and I had already posted all that stuff on various YouTube channels, on my YouTube channel and other places, but still, I'm a little pissed. So anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.